What's up guys, my name is Andrew, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today, the bay is painted and the engine is back in the GTI. So guys, without further ado, while Chris over here is doing some more jazz hands, let's rewind a few days, get back to where we were in the last episode and show you guys how we got to this point. So without further ado, let's jump into this episode. Okay guys, as you saw with that intro, the engine is in, the engine bay is shaved, everything's painted. This looks beautiful overall. But before we get to that part, we need to show you guys how we actually got to that final part. So Chris, let's go ahead and let's go through this and let's kind of just show them where we left off last time and what you have gotten to so far.
So, what you guys would have saw from the previous video would have been us starting to lay the body filler on the bay, which as you can see, we're pretty much finished now. We have a few more little spots in the corners to sand down, and then we have to throw some glazing putty in a few spots, and then we should be good for prime.
Let's go ahead guys, let's get into this. And let's just show you guys some of the details that Chris is talking about.
Okay guys, so once that first layer of body filler was sanded down, Chris went back and sanded all the rough and tight areas by hand. He also went and added some more body filler in, as you can see here, and sanded that down to blend it all back together. This process overall took a decent amount of time to complete, just because you're sanding by hand and making sure you're getting all of these nooks and crannies filed down and sanded correctly. Overall, works out very well, and you can see the results here.
Okay guys, so behind me here, Chris and Justin have set up a makeshift paint booth inside of the shop. They're just going ahead and masking off everything they don't want to paint for the primer and everything like that. And we're gonna go ahead tonight and actually put the first coat of primer down for this engine bay. Chris, it's an epoxy primer that you're using, right?
Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do, I spoke to one of my buddies in England, and he's like a body shop guy, and he told me to do epoxy primer to just seal the metal off and like seal everything off, and then do a filler primer over that, and then go back over the filler primer once we've sanded the filler primer a little bit just to smooth it off with just like a 1K primer, just so it's like a smooth surface to paint on. And then yeah, a couple of days of work.
So guys, let's go ahead. We're gonna lay down this first coat of primer and see how this turns out. So let's get into it.
This is not probably how you do this, so don't follow this.
When preparing for paint, make sure everything is masked off with tape to cover whatever areas you do not want to get painted. To remove any of the dust from the surface, we used an air nozzle and a rag soaked in acetone. If you do not prep the surface, your final results will look like crap. When laying the primer, make sure that you guys are spraying light, even coats to build up that primer surface. This is important to do just because if you don't do this, you could get runs in the primer, which can ruin your final results on your paint job.
Alright, so since Andrew was last here, I went and finished off the first coat of epoxy, then I laid a filler primer down, sanded it down in a couple spots that were a bit higher, and kind of smoothed it out a bit, and I just finished spraying the final coat of epoxy, and we're getting ready to paint some color. The color I'm going with is going to be like a tealy blue color. You can kind of see it there. That doesn't really do it much justice, but I'm doing it because my grandmother a few years ago passed away from ovary cancer and F cancer, you know. So I'm doing it as sort of like a memorial thing for her, and it's a cool color.
Yeah, you guys originally saw the bay. It was originally teal.
Yes.
Chris just got the great idea to take all the paint down and redo it.
I rushed it in my driveway. It wasn't done properly, and then I wanted to redo it, and then Andrew decided to say, hey, you shave the bay and do a wire tuck and do all this extra stuff. So here I am.
I think I was a pretty good influence on this car.
Yeah, good and bad.
All right, let's get into painting, guys.
Time to paint, guys. The prep work for painting is very similar to how we prime. Make sure that all your surfaces are clean. When spraying the paint on, put nice even coats on to prevent any runs, and your final results will look something like this. This is currently no clear coat on, and that's what we'll be adding in the next step.
It's done. Well, it's not done, but we're painted. We're all good. It's pretty much at this point cured.
I think it looks pretty good.
I'm happy with it. It looks pretty damn good. We're just about to hit it with some of the good stuff.
So what kind of clear is this, Chris?
This is they call it a glamour clear, so it's gonna pop. It's gonna give it that really high glossy shine. So
way brighter and clearer than the old one, right?
Than what it was. It was. I mean, the last stuff was just terrible quality stuff. I rushed it, so this is why I redid it.
Let's do this, guys. This should be nice and glossy in the next couple minutes. Oh, so excited.
A few moments later.
Chris, what happened?
A fly or mosquito got stuck and died in my paint.
Literally just finished clear coating, and he decided
Stupid
to
fly died.
die in there.
Oh, he's still alive, kind
Oh,
of.
yes. Let's see if you can get it out, Chris. Well, after much trying, it looks like Chris is gonna forever have a fly in his engine bay. It's not coming out, guys.
Nope.
How do you feel?
A little salty, but that's kind of to be expected painting a car in this type of environment. So, here's what it is.
Live and you learn, right?
Yeah, it's a memory.
So, Chris, how are you enjoying the shade bay process so far?
It's going pretty well for some ghetto garage stuff, and I mean for a bunch of schmucks that don't really know what we're doing that much.
Like, I love how this looks. The clear looks so glossy overall right now, and like, this is only the first coat of clear.
Yeah, I don't. Does the camera do justice? Does it?
I think you can see a little bit of it in the background there. You can see some of the shine of it, but it's super glossy in like real life.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, Chris, question. How many likes do we need to get on this video within 1 week?
Within a week.
Within 1 week, for you to shave your head to match your shaved bay?
500.
500?
500.
So guys, let's get to 500 likes on this video.
500 likes, I'll shave my head.
Chris will shave his head
To match the bay.
to match the shaved bay. Come on, guys, go down there, hit that like button. You know you want to see him do it.
He'll
And
do it.
to make it even better, we'll have Justin shave
Yeah,
it
Justin will shave my head
Yes.
on video.
on video, and we'll get it out there for you guys to
We'll
see.
make my head just as shiny as the bay right now.
So guys, go ahead, hit that like button, and start liking. Okay, guys, so we just laid the final coat of that clear coat down. It looks amazing. It's super glossy. Like,
So shiny.
we had to be outside right now just because it's super toxic and like potent in there, and take our respirators off. We got to be outside so we can actually talk to you guys and stuff. So, Chris, what's the next steps that we need to do tomorrow night to really finish up that clear and really make it, I guess, pop finally?
So, probably when I get home, I mean, I've already obviously done some research. I haven't went into it blind, but I want to do a bit more research on what the best thing to do to kind of finalize a clear coat would be, whether it's, wet sand and then buff it, or if I just want to hit it with some buffing stuff. And yeah, so I'll do that research tonight and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so we will be back tomorrow finishing up that, whether, what Chris said, whether we'll be buffing or wet sanding it. And then we're going to be trying to get the motor in this car, not wired up, but we're going to get it in there, make it all pretty looking, and we'll wrap up this video that way. So we'll see you guys in the morning. What's up, guys? It's the next day, and oh my God, this engine bay is so shiny. Chris, how do you feel about this overall and how it looks currently?
It looks amazing. Definitely good enough for me, should I say. But so we were going to wet sand and polish and that type of stuff, but I was talking to a few people and they said with an aerosol that it doesn't like go on as thick. So there's a chance that I could burn through the clear, and then if I burn through the clear, I gotta hit it all with 1,000 grit and re-clear it. So we're just gonna say screw it and run it. Still looks awesome.
Yeah, like we'll get some close shots so you guys can actually see how this looks overall. I think this came out way better than I expected this would look.
It came out for as good as it can in a dusty garage.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You know, we got the one casualty in your paint over there with the one mosquito that decided to commit suicide, but
Son of a...
yeah, what can you do? So the next thing that we are going to be doing right now, we have a heat shield that we are going to be putting on the back. It's from Exit 9 Performance, awesome heat shield. This is just something that Chris bought that he wants to put onto the car. We figured it's the next step to do before we get the engine put in the car. And if you guys have been watching the series, you know that Chris has a big turbo 1.8T for this car. So we're tonight going to be getting that motor in the car. So the next episode, we can wire this car up and figure out the whole wire tuck situation for this build. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get this motor in the car and let's see how this thing's gonna look. I'm pretty pumped. Let's do it.
Here we go, boys! The most exciting part, getting this motor finally in the GTI. And here you go, the motor in the car in all of her glory. The 1.8T big turbo GTI for Chris's car. Let us know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. We have a lot more work to do to get this car up and running.
Okay guys, the motor, it's in, and wow, it looks really good in here. I love how this looks overall. It's super clean.
It's beautiful.
Really easy to get everything in and out too.
Yeah,
you know, that's kind of the point of this.
Yeah.
So let's have Chris kind of talk in more details what he has planned for the motor now going forward, kind of the wiring aspect of it, and what parts he has here and what he still needs to get for the car.
Alright, so as you can see, I got a little bit impatient and kind of wanted to see what it was going to look like once everything was together and somewhat finalized, but now I'm also bummed because I have to take it all back apart again and, you know, put all the gaskets in and actually build it properly. And we also have beauty washers that we are getting for the valve cover, throttle body. I think we're going to do the fenders and the engine mounts. So yeah, she'll look extra spicy once she's back together properly. Alright, so also the intercooler piping will most definitely not look like this. Ethan's going to be cleaning all the welds up and making it look all pretty, and then I'm going to be sending it off to get powder coated so it'll all look awesome. And then we just have our intake dilemma because the turbo is a 4-inch inlet and we don't really know how to go about it. Will 3 inches be restrictive? Will it not? So if somebody wanted to suggest or comment or anything, any advice, DM us, whatever, would be appreciated.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so that is kind of the overview of the build so far, what we have still to get for the car and what we still have to figure out really to get this thing, at least I should say the engine bay, finalized for this build. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you guys all enjoyed this video, as always, go down below, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Both me and Chris and Justin would really appreciate it. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm and shows us that you guys are all enjoying this video and just pushes the video out there so more people can see what we're doing here with Chris's GTI.
Some stupidity.
Exactly, right? Hey, we're having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time too watching our stupidity, I guess. So until next time, guys, as always, my name is Andrew.
And I'm Chris.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.